Hi, everybody. I'm that girl goddess, and I'm at work as always, so you always know I'm a nurse in the body. Let's get past that. Well, this week I had to rant about the food stamps, how I feel about it and everything. But let's talk about people. A lot of people, it don't hurt nobody to hit a like on your page, a YouTuber. Because one thing about YouTube is very informative. It's a platform that allows people, especially with experience or education, to hand out information. And then other things we telling you about different systems, political systems, benefit systems, teaching you how to do different crafts and stuff and enjoying people's journey throughout life. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to have people enjoy my journey. Yes, I'm finna get ready to start cooking. This morning, I got up and I was prayerful. And why did I see them doggone roosters come down to my house like big dog? Okay, it was funny. So I took a video of them. I'm gonna later put some sound to it. But oh my God, these roosters are gangster. Okay, but nonetheless, let's talk about how some people raise their children. As a mother, we are not only supposed to provide for the children as well as the father, but technically, whatever you buy for a child, the mother's responsible for providing her half of the money. Okay, I hear a lot of women turn around and say, "These my kids." Well, technically, they're your children and the father children. He has a voice in their life just like you do. The reason a lot of these children grow up disrespectful is because these mothers try to let them think they have leverage over their father and what their father put in order. Okay? And a lot of men are not with the games a lot of these hood ghetto mamas are. Okay? They are determined to have their sons respect the woman. A lot of them. They'll tell you in a minute, oh, you don't talk like this. I seen a video when a man was trying to get his son to respect his grandmother, and he brought the child back home, and this was a teenage boy. He was about 13, 14 years old. And he turned around, he said, I let him know he wasn't going outside playing at my house because he ain't gonna disrespect no adults. She gonna say, you don't have no right to put him on punishment. What kind of foolishness is that? And then they wonder why you got so many young people going to jail, making babies before their time. It's because of bad parenting. Parenting goes beyond you fixing a child a plate of food and you put a few clothes on the child. See, a lot of these ghetto mama, all they do is cuss their kids out, like, get your M and F and A out of here. You big. That's how they talk to their children. Okay, which is ridiculous. You're supposed to speak life over your children. You're supposed to pray over your children. They talking about things are bad because the school stopped praying. That's not why those things are bad. Things are bad because the children are unlearned, undisciplined, and they have bad parenting over them. The government didn't do them no service and said don't discipline your child. Because if you can't make a child sit down, they say put them in the corner. How can you make them stand in the corner and they not listening to nothing they say because they know it's no consequences? Okay, they're not gonna, and then when you get them in the corner, they gonna scream bloody murder. That's why the teachers can't even teach them. You can't teach a child that's disrespectful and not willing to listen, don't want to learn. They just want to play. They want to have it their way. And they tell you, oh, you can't raise your voice. Well, how are they going to know when you are serious if you don't put any kind of change the tone of your voice and some assertiveness into you? They need to bring spanking back. But I tell a lot of these parents, whether people want to face it or not, these people coming in and you seeing a change in them children because these parents are going in, these grandmas, they spanking these children. Okay, don't believe the hype that Caucasians don't spank their children. They just don't spank them in public and act a fool. Okay, I used to live in a predominantly Caucasian neighborhood. I know, I seen them. I mean, they was kicking behind. Okay, I go over their house. I was like my next door neighbor's best friend, and trust me, they discipline was out cold. Okay, you sitting around telling a child to sit down and they don't sit down. You have not raised your child because they have no respect for you. They have no respect for rules. They have no respect for authority. We need to change this. I see these young kids, they got them on different things like TikTok, and the little girl is cussing like a sailor. They have one day a week the children can go into the bathroom and cuss. What kind of sickness is that? It's not cute. It's not funny. It serves no purpose. And then these kids walking down the street cussing like they 40 and 50 years old, and in front of anybody, the teacher. First of all, profanity is not cool. It's a nonsense word. It's a word that really don't even have to be utilized. Okay? But we'll get past that. But we're going to talk about this bad parenting, but the courts want to give the mama all of this money that they couldn't afford, and both parents, if they was married and their mother wasn't getting child support. Okay, and the children wouldn't be getting all that money. They want to punish the man till he can't even pay his rent. I can see something within reason. Okay? Even tell him that he have to go out and buy the school clothes and the summer clothes, okay, winter coat, hat, boots, and gloves, and make the child support reasonable. If the child grow out to it and take pictures, because these mamas, a lot of these mamas don't even wash the children clothes. They go to school, they be filthy. They be dirty. Okay? They have slobbed and dried up around their mouth, all in their eyes. The children clothes smell stank. They be mildewed. They smell like urine. These parents, these mothers are not raising a child. And when CPS come in, I did child care. And I'm going to tell you something about CPS. When they come in, if your child is 5 years old, they're going to tell you your child should be doing this. And when I say this, picking up their toys and putting it in their toy box, putting their clothes in the dirty clothes basket. They are going to tell you your child is supposed to be functioning, doing different things at different stages and ages. Okay? You go over to a lot of these parents' house, maybe the children may not even have toys, but then their clothes is dirty. Okay? They don't even teach them that when they get off the toilet, I had my children, you take a sanitizer thing, wipe, and you wipe on the toilet seat. You don't just get up. Males and females. It's a lot of women don't even raise their sons, so a lot of times men are at a disadvantage when they get into marriage because they don't even clean up as if they are adults. Now, all of us, when we get grown, supposed to get our own place, whether you're a male or a female, you move from your parents. But we all are required to clean our house. Not these men. These men don't understand that. Okay? Even though I have noticed that these men houses be cleaner than the female houses. Okay? Then they're supposed to keep a job. You're supposed to teach them how to pay bills. You used to show them how you fill out a money order. These are jobs of the parents, both parents. But a lot of these women ain't going to let the father see their children. And to me, why should you pay child support for a child you can't even see? See, a lot of them don't want the men to come around because they don't want to see the level of abuse that's going on over that child. They don't want that child to have any kind of person that can stand up and advocate for them. The laws need to change. Okay, people need to raise their children. No, a child shouldn't be coming in with a broken arm and, okay, for a thing of, discipline. I can understand, but the belt is needed. Okay, you wonder why all these young men going out here killing people, they don't have a conscience. They don't believe there's consequences. And if you show them that there's more consequences for the things you do, the worse of the things that you do, that the greater the problem was, the greater the consequences. They will have that in mind. Everybody don't want to suffer consequences. And then some of these houses, you wonder what's going on. I worked as a detention officer. Let me tell you something. These boys would sit here and tell you they'd rather be behind bars than be at their mama's house because it's so horrific. Their boyfriends are beating them. They watching their mamas get beat. They being SA. Do you talk to these teenage boys, you'll find out, and younger, you'll find out that society, the government is failing these children because the mothers, most of these mothers are outrageous, and their boyfriends. These fathers pay child support. Them women give that money right to their boyfriends or go get their hair and nails did, and they'll sit up and get on page. Well, I had to pay for this. I might as well use it on me. No, they need to start making them bring in receipts, take pictures of it, and pictures of the child wearing the clothes, a lot for where it went, not just the rent. Because a lot of them on Section 8, they pay $11. Okay? Come on now. Then his mothers was getting the income tax, and they was getting the income tax, and the father wasn't. He paying it for everything. Okay? For everything. If he buying all the clothes and paying weekly child support and the mother's on the system, why can't they get Medicaid? Why can't he put them, his job may not offer insurance. And a lot of times when they offer insurance, man, I was paying so much money on insurance that I ended up going to Obamacare, canceling it at my job, and paying, man, it was at least 6 times cheaper. Okay? The mothers, why can't they pay it? If he paying all this from week to week, why can't they pay it? Okay, then the child is 14, they still don't go to work. They still can't work 30 hours. The problem with society is the government, the way, and I'm going to say these Democrats set up everything, it is to keep your child non-functional, disrespectful, and they're guaranteed to just about go to jail. They can't be taught in school, so they're going to be illiterate. And there's no child left behind was going on. I had this guy, he was standing up in our church because I was part of the youth ministry, and he couldn't even read the 23rd Psalms. Okay? And it's not a hard Psalms to read. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He couldn't read the first line. I was helping him with every other word. But he had a scholarship. His mama went up to school and said, no child left behind. Okay? They can't fill out an application. Half of them can't read. I seen that working into the jail system. Okay? Working, doing child care, trying to raise small children. And the little girl, I gave her a snack. The little girl took off all her clothes and told me what she would do. And I was like, excuse me? No, that's bad. You cannot take off your clothes. Put your clothes on. And the little girl kept telling me what she would do for another snack and that she's hungry. And I told her, baby, you don't do that. That's not appropriate. She was messing with the little boys, trying to steal their food. And a lot of these mamas have baskets. They get their debit card, their EBT card. And the sad thing about it is they may buy some junk food or some chicken nuggets. That is not a healthy dinner every day. They can't cook. Don't go in the kitchen and cook. Okay, and when they do, they cook it more for their man. A lot of these children are malnourished. They come to school, they so hungry, it doesn't make no sense. Okay, we need to change as society, and it's sad when you got to have babysitters over the parents. And I'm a person who loves children, but I have seen so much. My daughter and I was talking, and she turned around, this like a couple days ago, she said, Ma, you have kept so much from us that go on to society that I would never believe that go on. See, I've been to some of my friends' home, and the way they talk over their children, they walk around the house butt naked and in front of their children. And she was telling me, she said, you would never. I said, no, I know. I didn't raise y'all around there because it wasn't appropriate. I didn't tell you a lot of things that go into people's household because we didn't live in the ghetto hood. But a lot of it's not even in just the ghetto hood. And she's finding that out. I said, I raised y'all around people that I felt that can be a positive example. I don't hang out with people like that. You know, when I would tell you I don't want you spending the night, and that night you snuck out to spend the night of your friend, and all hell broke out. Okay, a couple days later. I didn't raise you into that. I said, now you know the importance of not taking your child to everybody's house. Like I told her, I said, you let your children go play at people's house, they may be selling drugs. Your child can get caught in a drug raid or a shootout. I was like, no, no, no. Y'all can play in the yard. They friends can come and play in front of my house. If their parents don't want them over there, I understand, because I'm not letting my children go to nobody's house. Okay, unless I know them good. Okay? I had their cousins come over and they had friends. They play with their cousins. I take the cousins home. You know, they went to the youth ministry. They played at church. They had a basketball court at the church and different things they can do at the church where there's multiple people watching the children, because the behavior predominantly in most societies is not appropriate. Then you have the alphabet crew feeling they can walk around any old kind of way, inappropriate. A man shouldn't be wearing a halter top outside and he got his pants cut out and you can see what's going on down there, and he got a beard with lipstick. And then you got to explain this to the child while this man is dressed like this. But they want to say they Christian, but the Bible clearly tell you not to wear clothes of someone of the opposite gender and modest apparel. Okay, lipstick is inappropriate for a man, but they Christian, but then they say they struggling with some things. How are you struggling with some things, but you saying you Christian and somehow the word fly over your head on everything? Even as a straight person, if this a man you want to be female, let me explain something to you. We can't walk around dressed like that. Okay? It's inappropriate. As well as females. Okay? And we had some people in the alphabet crew. But trust me, we told them how they're going to come to our house and kept things appropriate. Yeah, I'm that girl goddess. I'm finna let it go. But y'all, talk to me. Like, subscribe, and share. Bye.